With the college football playoffs happening here shortly, there will be a national champion crowned out of the 12-team slate. What we're doing today is we're using College Football 25 as a predictor to see who will be crowned the national champion. Drop your comments down below of who you think will be the national champion. In my opinion, I think with a healthy Carson Beck, Georgia's going to take it all the way. However, if Carson Beck is compromised with that elbow injury, then give me the Oregon Ducks. But again, our first round matchup is going to be Clemson on the road against Texas, that 5 and 12 seed. We'll see if there's an upset that's going to happen or is Texas going to take the cake. With this game going to be in Texas, give me the Longhorns, give me Ewers, give me Isaiah Bond and the crew. Cade Klubnik and Dabo Swinney have been fairly inconsistent this season in big-time games. Yes, they did just defeat SMU and came back in that one, actually. But overall, I think the Longhorns are going to take this one. All right, 2nd and 7 now. Only 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and ticking. What is Ewers going to do? He's going to play fake RPO slant. That's a touchdown. Ewers with a dot to give them the lead. Man, what a throw. I thought there might have been intercepted there for a second. But he threaded the needle right over the linebacker. That's Moore Jr. on the reception. Now they take a 3-point lead with Clemson getting the ball back. It's going to be DeAndre Moore getting that one. Look at this. Reed right over the linebacker's head. Missed the tackle from the safety, and Moore does the rest himself. It looked like they're trying to be in territory, but Klubnik's going to get sacked for 8-yard loss. That's probably a drive killer. Right now, 3rd and 10. Going to be up 4th and 1. Are they going to attempt this field goal, or are they going to go for it? Let's hop in and see. We're going to go by change of possession just to see how they decide to do so. 4th and 1. What is Dabo Swinney gonna decide to do? At the 41-yard line, this would be a 58-yard attempt. They're not calling any timeouts. They are gonna try. Kick is gonna be up. Looks like it might have enough leg, and it is no good. Texas getting the ball with a couple chances to try to score, but that is a long kick to ask a college kicker to try. Looking at 3rd and 6 here. Can Ewers hit a deep bomb for 55 yards, get a touchdown before half? Drop him back in the pocket, nobody coming, throwing it deep over the middle. That is Isaiah Bond. They're going to be in field goal range. Do they try another play before kicking the field goal, or do they try to play it safe, bring Bert Auburn out there for the kick? No, they are going to try. Are they going to really seriously go for a Hail Mary? It doesn't look like. They got trips to the left side of the field. 34-yard line, 10 seconds to go. Get something underneath DeAndre Moore again, and they're going to burn a timeout here. They are not. Why are they not burning a timeout? Why? Is this going to be poor clock management? It might be, because I don't think they're going to have enough time to kick a field goal off. Time is ticking. There we go. 2 seconds left. Finally, Sarkisian calls a timeout. Going to trot out Bert Auburn for a 39-yard try. Let's see if he is able to make it. Put it through the uprights. It's going to be up and through. Texas going to take a 13-7 lead heading into half. Let's see if they can keep it up. As I predicted before, I think Texas will take this one. But Clemson definitely showing some fight. 11. Let's see what Clemson is able to do here. At the 43-yard line, can they convert against this tough Texas defense? Klubnik trying for a screen, and he's going to be tackled for a loss of 1. Leona Leafu gets there, and Texas getting the ball right back. 3rd and 13. Once again, what does Texas do? Are they going to be aggressive? No, they're going to hand the ball off smartly. And oh my gosh, that's a big rushing lane. Oh, Jaden Blue, Clemson's defense absolutely sells. And that might clinch the game. Only 2 timeouts left. Texas down at the goal line. Man, you cannot let a 15-yard rush happen if you're the Tiger defense. But credit to the offensive line by Texas. Blue going to get the handoff up again, down to about the 1-yard line. And if he scores here, you can call this a wrap. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Ewers making adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Hand off to Blue, untouched, walks into the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns. They're going to go up 20-7, less than a minute and a half to go. They're actually going for 2. Scratch that, not less than a minute and a half, but less than a minute and 50 to go. But they're going for 2, try to go up by 14. Ewers on the quarterback power gets absolutely shut down. There it is. Texas taking this one. Low scoring game, 19-7. Was kind of close there for a little bit, but Texas just rolled out and rolled away with this one thanks to their vaulted defense and Quinn Ewers leading the offense with Jaden Blue with the go-ahead score. Next matchup being SMU as the 11th seed versus Penn State. It's a 6th seed. SMU traveling to Happy Valley. Give me Penn State here. I think they are rolling away at home. Drew Allar coming back to Penn State actually for his 2025 season, leading this Penn State offense. A possible first-round draft pick quarterback next year if he plays a lot better. But still, they have the talent. They have the coaching scheme. Well, James Franklin actually, big game atmosphere. Let me rephrase that. But I still believe in Nittany Lions getting it done here. So Penn State's first drive has them down at the 19-yard line. Drew Allar, Nick Singleton in this offense, driving down the field in this Mustang defense. Allar with the throw, and he picks it off. He's intercepted. As I was saying, Penn State was driving on him. Allar makes a terrible read, and that Mustang defense comes up huge, backed up against the wall. And lined up kick here, about a 35-yard attempt. See what SMU is going to try to do. It's going to be up, and looks like it's through the uprights. Good from 35 as SMU takes the lead, trying to pull off an upset. 3rd and 7 now, ball at the 24. Allar looking to throw yet again, batted away. Now Penn State is going to have to try for a 41-yard attempt. Penn State lining up for the attempt. Got a lefty kicker, 41 yards. It's going to be up, and it looks like it is good. Tie ball game with a remaining seconds left in the half. I don't know if SMU is going to be aggressive or not, but at the very minimum, it's going to be a 3-3 ball game. Our first drive from SMU ends up in a 4th into the 31-yard line, and they are actually going to line up to go for this. Kevin Jennings in this offense looks like it's going to be a handoff probably to the right side as they're overloading it with 2 tight ends. It's to the left, and he is tackled in the backfield. Brashard Smith, nowhere to go. Only 5 carries on 5 yards. Right after Penn State would kick a field goal, SMU is now driven all the way down the field to the 19-yard line, down by 3. They at least maybe guaranteed themselves a tie game, but he's end zone touchdown, Jennings. What a strike. And now with a minute left, they take the go-ahead lead. Kevin Jennings, after taking 2 sacks this drive, hits a 20-yard pass for a first down. And now, in the face of pressure, finds his man for the go-ahead lead. With only making 2 field goals, Penn State needs a touchdown or bust. They are at the 29-yard line of SMU, down by 4. Allar, dime, wide open touchdown, Tyler Warren. That is a busted coverage on the SMU front. Who was supposed to cover him? What coverage were they trying to do? It did not matter. He was wide open. Running away from the pressure, running back, Abdul Carter trying to get to him. He launches it deep, and it's going to be batted away. Penn State moves on, survives, and advance. They're going to play Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. They're going to have to face Ashton Jeanty. That's a matchup I'm kind of excited to see. Here we have the 7 and 10 seed, Notre Dame being the 7th seed, going to host this one at home versus Indiana. I'm still going to go with the home teams. They've won it every time this one. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give me Notre Dame in this one. Notre Dame's first drive has come down to this. 3rd and 5 from the 18-yard line. Leonard looking to lead his offense. They get the first points on the board. Drop finding time to throw. Batted down at the line of scrimmage. Leonard couldn't find anybody open. And now the Fighting Irish offense off the field, bringing the kicker on, trying to make a 35-yard field goal. It's been a lot of field goals so far in these games, in these playoff matchups, through 3 rounds, or 3 first-round matchups. But it's going to be up and through. Notre Dame taking a 3-0 lead. Oh, a safety. Notre Dame got a 7. They must have punted it down. I didn't watch the play. Yeah, loss of 2 yards by Elijah Surratt. And now Indiana down 5-0. A touchdown finally. Chris Mitchell and Riley Leonard finally connect there. It's going to be 12-0. Odd score going in halftime. Yeah, Indiana unable to do nothing here. And Notre Dame's flat out dominating this one. Here we go. Indiana trying to stay in this ball game. 1st and 10 at the 21. Rourke motioning his man over to the flat. Throwing it to the left side. First down. What a catch. Curtis Rourke only 71 yards on the day. Definitely has struggled so far against this vaunted Notre Dame defense. 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Rourke still trying to get Indiana on the board. Somehow, they need a touchdown here, and he finds his man wide open that he just found on the conversion. Now Indiana makes this a ball game. Hopefully it's going to be 12-7. Still an odd score, I know, but they are giving themselves some sort of light. They got a pick from Notre Dame that led them in this position. Then Rourke finally steps up and finds Elijah Surratt in the end zone. Here we go. Indiana having another opportunity. Got the ball back. 30 seconds left. at the 12. Rourke dropping back to throw. All day in the pocket, picked off in the back of the end zone, and that is going to seal this one. Notre Dame escapes against Indiana 12-7, and they're going to play Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Up next, we have the 8th and 9th seeded matchups. I know in the game there's an overall discrepancy from an 87 to a 95, but in real life, I think Tennessee has a great chance to go on the road in the Horseshoe and pull off an upset. After a couple slow first drives from Tennessee and Ohio State, now Will Howard of the offense has the ball in Tennessee's 21, handing it off to Quinshon Judkins. Easy first down, a pickup of 5. That's his first carry so far. I'm surprised they haven't mixed up a heavy dose of him and Travion Henderson, probably the best backfield in all of college football. All right, 2nd and inches, ball at the 6-yard line. Howard handing off to Judkins, wide open to the right pylon, dives in the end zone, touchdown Buckeyes. The transfer from Ole Miss has made an impact all season long and does so here in the first round of the playoffs. Howard and the Buckeyes have a chance to take a 2-possession lead. Ball at the 12-yard line, 2nd and 5. Howard dropping back to throw, finding man in the flat. That is Emeka Egbuka. I believe that's how you say his name correctly. On the right side, putting him down at the 5. Look to see a heavy dose of either Travion Henderson or Quinshon Judkins that they did for their first touchdown here yet again. After an incomplete pass by Will Howard on 2nd and goal, we are now faced 3rd and goal from the 9. Can they take a 2-touchdown lead? Immediate throw, picked off in the back of the end zone, looking for Jeremiah Smith, but he fails to do so in this one, and Tennessee with a huge defensive stand. Don't get me wrong, I think it's Nico Iamaleava. I think that's how you say his name. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I probably butchered his last name. But he has led Tennessee down with 20 seconds to go at the 20-yard line, just in the red zone of Ohio State. Can they get in? We're going to drop back to throw, bullet over to the left side, out of bounds before taking a sack. And as I've said before, lots of field goals so far in this first round. These offenses really can't get clicking, score touchdowns. But kick is going to be up. Looks like it is good, and it is going to be a 7-3 game heading in the half. Oh, there we go. Finally, a touchdown. Jeremiah Smith gets it in this time. Will Howard doesn't throw an interception intending for him. It's going to be 14-3. Tennessee has a deep hole to climb out of. Why are they still going for field goals? It's 1 minute left. They're going to have to try for an onside or try to get all 3 timeouts in. Ohio State gets the onside, as I was trying to say before, couldn't speak. And so far, a big run, and that's basically going to be your ball game here. Ohio State taking this one 17-9. Ohio State's going to face a very common opponent that they've seen before, a rematch against the Oregon Ducks in the Rose Bowl. If you watched that game from earlier in the season, they lost because Will Howard slid, didn't have enough time to call a timeout or get back to the line of scrimmage to another play. They didn't have any timeouts, actually, but that's how they lost against Oregon. Now here in college football 25, they get a rematch in the 2nd round. With the first round slate out of the way, we have Ohio State versus Oregon in the Rose Bowl. We have Texas versus Arizona State in the Peach Bowl. We have Notre Dame versus Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. And we have Penn State versus Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. Going to be an exciting 2nd round slate. My predictions here, I think you're going to have Georgia and Oregon in the national championship. This one for the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. We have the 5th seeded Texas Longhorns versus the 4th seed Arizona State Sun Devils. Again, if this were to be the playoff matchup that would happen in real life, I think Texas waxes them. They do kick a field goal, already up 10-0, pretty much the highest scoring first quarter we've seen thus far, but Cam Scatabo has something to say about that. 44-yard rush, bringing him down, but an interception by Jelani McDonald completely wipes that away. Texas now threatening to take a 3-possession lead. The 17-yard line of Arizona State. Ewers looking to drop back to throw, finds him in left side, touchdown. That is Moore Jr. again. If you remember in the first run against Clemson, had a go-ahead RPO slant in the end zone. This time catches in the corner route in the left pylon for the score. Arizona State finally in good territory to try to get a touchdown. Let's see if they hit it. Give it to Cam Scatabo. Looking to drop back to throw, right across the middle, touchdown. I couldn't tell if that was a tight end or not. I thought they were going to give the ball to Scatabo. But at least Arizona State put some fight. That is Matire, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, on the score. Finally, some points in a playoff matchup. We have been starving for touchdowns thus far. 1st and goal from the 10. What does Ewers decide to do? Hands it off to Blue. Great blocking on the power. And he gets down at the 1-yard line. I thought he would have reached that ball across the line, the cane there. The paint, whatever you want to call it. to get in, but he does not. Probably going to give it right back to him on a 2nd and 1. Right, here we go. 2nd and 1 from the goal line. 2nd to go from the 1. More in motion. Going to pop pass to him. Gets in his 2nd score of the day already. He is yours go-to target for this playoff run. All right, 1st and goal from the 2. Are they going to give it to Jaden Blue? They will indeed. Can he get in the end zone? Dives, takes a huge shot, but he does indeed score, and that might just seal the deal, putting Texas in the semifinals. After that last score from Texas, that would indeed seal the deal, taking the lead 38-21. Once again, Texas does advance to the semifinals. Boise State has already performed some trick plays and some miracles in one Fiesta Bowl in their past back in 2010. Let's see if they can perform another upset against Penn State, led by Ashton Jeanty. Penn State's first drive has already positioned them in Boise State territory. 3rd and 6 from the 15-yard line. What can Drew Ellar do? Over the middle, wide open, man, another busted coverage. Last time it was Tyler Warren on the beneficiary of it. This time, Ellar finds another wide receiver to take a lead. Oh my gosh, that is Ashton Jeanty doing dangerous things. Look at him. Oh, 75 yards, Cameron Camper. That's not even Jeanty doing that. I thought it was the boogeyman himself. There it is. There's the boogeyman, Ashton Jeanty, already 24-yard touchdown. Boise State's running all over Penn State's front 7 right now. 2nd and 1 from the 4. Do they give it to Nick Singleton and risk burning another timeout? They do not. Tyler Warren at the pylon ties the ball game up. The best tight end in the nation does what he does best. Finally get to watch some Ashton Jeanty action. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Maddox Madsen finds a man, but he's just short. Hopefully this time they hand the ball off and let Jeanty go to work. Here we go. Maddox Madsen, 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line, looking to scramble over across his body and incomplete pass. They didn't give the ball to Jeanty one time, and they're at the 1-yard line. That's their fault. All right, it's going to be a field goal, about 20-yard attempt here from the left hash. Going to be up and through the uprights. Boise State actually taking the lead 17-14. So Nick Singleton doing his best, Heisman impression. Jeanty, has been running for it. Now Singleton does as well. 23-yard score. Penn State taking the lead by 4, 21-17. Back and forth affair we have here. Hopefully Boise State gives the ball to the star player this time in the goal, and they do. Breaks a tackle, but he's unable to go anywhere, losing 5 actually. After the loss of 5, now Boise State 2nd and goal from the 12. See what they're going to try to do here. Maddox running for his life, taking a big sack and loses the football. Penn State recovers it, and that's twice Maddox has made a mistake in the goal line. Incomplete pass last time led to a field goal, and now a turnover. And there's another touchdown from Penn State. That is Julian Fleming again on this one. 2nd touchdown of the day, and that might have just been all she wrote here for Boise State. That is indeed the Cinderella story comes to a close for the Broncos. Penn State taking this one 28-17, and they will also advance to the semifinals. All right, this next matchup is going to be Georgia-Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl. We are going to operate as if Carson Beck is going to be available for this game. Nothing has really came out about his elbow injury suffered against Texas. So right now we're going to leave him in. Odds are he might have torn that UCL ligament in his elbow, but we're going to rock out like he's healthy in this case. They're going to come out here, trips to the left side of the field. As you can see, the tight end up on the line. It's going to be, oh, what a play call. A slant touchdown. Georgia sent the absolute house and was not prepared on the back end. Oh my goodness. Carson Beck throws a pick to Xavier Watts, returning it for 61 yards. Must have been in the back of the end zone there. And it was going to be a touchback. Now Notre Dame has all the momentum. However, Malachi Starks takes it from on the end zone. Notre Dame was driving down the field, but Starks luckily recovers it, gets a touchback for Georgia. A monumental upset could be brewing here in the Sugar Bowl. Notre Dame threatening to go up 2 possessions. 1st to go from the 5, running a wide open tight end touchdown, and they do just that. Striking immediately against the Bulldog defense, and they have no answer. However, they have been a second-half team all season long, so don't be surprised if they mount a comeback against the Irish. Like I said before half, Georgia's second-half team trying to find a way to score 10 straight unanswered points. Back in the end zone, picked off. It was underthrown. That looks like that's Benjamin Morrison getting the interception on that left side, or right side technically. And man, that might have done it for the Bulldogs. Huge upset again brewing here in the Sugar Bowl. But no, actually that was Christian Gray. That was not Benjamin Morrison. Morrison is a corner for Notre Dame, but still same thing applies here. Giant upset brewing in the Sugar Bowl. In what could be the final play for the Bulldogs, 4th down, seconds ticking down. They're taking their sweet time. They're actually going to run out of time. and Notre Dame pulls off the upset against a Carson Beck-led team. This could be Gunnar Stockton in real life, but Riley Leonard comes in here and takes the crown for himself. They are going to move on to the semifinals and play Penn State. These two teams have a storied history in the Rose Bowl, Ohio State and Oregon. They played numerous times back when the Rose Bowl was the Pac-12 champion and the Big Ten champion. Now they renewed their rivalry from earlier this season. If you watch the game, Oregon won thanks to Will Howard sliding down late, mismanaging the time because they didn't have any timeouts, and therefore Oregon would win that ball game. Now a rematch here in College Football 25 in the College Football Playoffs at the Rose Bowl. Ohio State looking to get on the board first with a 39-yard field goal dead center in the field. Let's see if he's going to be able to make it. The kick is up, and it is going to be through the uprights. Ohio State taking a 3-0 lead. But Oregon is fighting right back, driving all the way down to the 1-yard line. You got to think this is a handoff to Jordan James, one of their stud running backs. It is to the outside, and oh my goodness, that play was absolutely blown up. All right, now 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. What is Dillon Gabriel in this offense draw up? He's got 2 elite receivers, another handoff up the gut, and still, well, he didn't get in. I thought he did on the back of his players. Oregon going to run hurry up here. But dang, I thought that was a touchdown. Dillon Gabriel, what's he going to do? 3rd and goal, another handoff, and blown up again by Tyleik Williams. That's back-to-back plays. He has made an impact on the goal line. 1st and goal, TFL. Now 3rd and goal, another TFL. And Oregon's going to kick a field goal, almost blocked. But that does indeed tie the game up here at 3. Another 1st and goal situation. This time Ohio State coming out empty set. Will Howard has 2 elite receivers, Emeka Egbuka and Jeremiah Smith. He can hit here. Travion Henderson coming in motion. He's going to throw it over the middle, finding a man. Touchdown, Ohio State Buckeyes. Finally, a touchdown in this game. Took about halfway to the 2nd quarter, but Will Howard strikes. You know, tough field goal for a college kicker, but the best of the best teams have those that can drill it from here. 49 yards out, Jaden Fielding up and through the uprights, and now Ohio State taking a 13-3 lead. However, now once again another goal line situation for Oregon. Last time they got stuffed by Tyleik Williams. Cannot let that man disrupt the drive. Gabriel motioning a man. Here we go, Jordan James, and this time it's the linebacking crew that's tackles him for no gain. He does have 96 yards on the day, so outside of the goal line, he is dominating this front 7. But here on the goal line, ain't nothing going. It's a quarterback blast, and they were all over that. I'm pretty sure they sent 11 guys to come down on the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal from the 7. Gotta get a touchdown. Can't live on field goals against this Buckeye offense and defense, really. And there's the man, Tyleik Williams, strip sack and recovered. That man is just taking over the ball game. Another touchdown, this time Travion Henderson, 33 yards out, and this one is starting to become a blowout. It is now 20-3 with 2:14 left in the 3rd. Another goal line situation for Oregon. You know, they've been here multiple times. Field goal, strip sack. Haven't scored a touchdown yet. Gabriel going to run a speed option pitch to Jordan James and tackled in the backfield. When we looked at him, he had about 90 yards rushing. That was in the 3rd quarter. He's only gotten 2 yards since. 10 carries for 98 yards. So, a little tough on the ground game for him since then, but Dillon Gabriel's got to get it in the end zone. No more field goals. Got to find a way standing in the pocket, has all day to throw, and is intercepted. I don't know what kind of read he was making right there, but that is going to seal this one more than likely. Ohio State trying to clinch their way to play Texas in the next round. And this time, Ohio State gets their revenge against the Oregon Ducks, winning 20-13. It was basically a domination for 3.5 quarters. Oregon scored in garbage time. But still, that defense of Ohio State, led by that man, Tyleik Williams. He had a couple TFLs, a strip sack in that ball game. Travion Henderson did score a 33-yard go-ahead touchdown in this one. But Ohio State, once again, is going to play Texas in the semifinals. So now your final 4 in the semifinals. You have Ohio State and Texas in the Orange Bowl, and Notre Dame and Penn State in the Cotton Bowl. These two teams have scratched and clawed to make it their way to this point. Notre Dame led by Riley Leonard, Penn State by Drew Allar, Nick Singleton, and Tyler Warren. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins this one and makes it to the national championship. It's looking like Penn State and Drew Allar may strike first, coming out 2nd and inches from the 6 pistol setup. This looks like it's going to be a handoff to Nick Singleton. Got a man coming in motion. It's going to be a pop pass and disrupted by the edge right there. They were ready for that. Good contain by Notre Dame's defensive end. I mean, you should have given it to Nick Singleton, but to each their own, I guess. Let's see if they try to target Tyler Warren. This time they give it to Singleton. He cuts all the way back. Great vision by the veteran running back, and now they're in a 1st and goal spot. Penn State is driven all the way down the field, trying not to stall out right now at the 6-yard line. Auer looking to throw, gonna have to roll, and he's getting sacked, but he somehow gets it away, and Penn State's gonna at least come out of this drive with a field goal. This is about a 19-yard attempt here. 17 yards, excuse me, 23-yard attempt. But it's going to be up and through the uprights. Penn State will take a 3-0 lead. Oh, another touchdown. This time, Drew Auer to Harrison Wallace at third, 22 yards down. Right now, Penn State's trying to run away with this one. However, Notre Dame does have a chance here at the 20-yard line. 24 seconds to go at 3rd and 11. They can at least come away with a field goal as long as smart ball is being played by Riley Leonard. He's going for the end zone, almost intercepted. I was trying to say play some smart ball, but that was a dumb throw to make. However, they will get a chance here. For a 37-yard attempt. It's going to be up from the right hash and through the uprights down the middle, putting Notre Dame down by less than what they were, but still not enough. They need to have touchdowns if they want to beat Penn State. It's going to be a 10-6 ball game heading into the half. This time again in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 14. Going to be a play action. Leonard, oh my gosh, throws it straight to the Penn State backer. He got away with one pick earlier that was dropped. This time, not so lucky here, and costly mistakes is going to put Penn State in better territory to extend their lead. Oh, Notre Dame actually going for it on this 4th down. This would be about a 44-yard attempt, so you can't really blame them for going for it here. Going to motion the back over to the right side. Riley Leonard trying to throw a dart, wide open pass, touchdown. Another busted coverage by a defense allows Leonard to finally put some momentum on as they take the lead for the first time in this ball game. Penn State did at least position themselves in a spot to kick a field goal, 34 yards from direct center of the field. Can't be too hard to miss it, and he makes it up and through. Gonna be a tie ball game at 13 with about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. We could have a game-winning field goal. Notre Dame trying to ice Penn State's kicker. This is about a 44-yard attempt, 6 seconds to go. It's gonna be up. And it looks like it's good. No, it's no good. I can't really tell from this angle. Misses it wide right. And this is going to be our first overtime game in this little playoff simulator. Notre Dame came away with no points on their overtime drive. So Penn State, all they have to do is kick a field goal and they advance. Let's see what they're going to do. Drop back the pass and he gets sacked. That is a terrible, terrible outcome right there. Because now Sawyer, I can't pronounce his last name. The kicker's first name is Sawyer. He's already missed a 44-yard attempt, and that was on the left hash. This time it's 45 from the right hash. Notre Dame once again trying to ice them. Let's see what it's going to be. 45-yard attempt this time for the game in overtime. It's up, and it's good. Penn State will advance to the national championship. I couldn't tell you the last time they've even won one. I probably wasn't even alive. But still, led by Drew Auer, they have stamped their fate in the big game. Once again, both these teams have battled from the first round of the college football playoffs. Both teams have really high history in these type of games. Quinn Ewers, there's been a lot of turmoil based on if he's going to transfer, go to the draft, or even stay at Texas. A good showing against Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl would solidify his chances. Ryan Day, Ohio State, just got over beating Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Once again, a big showing here in a national championship appearance would definitely help his resume and his footing for the Ohio State head coaching position. Ohio State does strike first on a 4th and 2. They go for it. Will Howard to Jeremiah Smith, 23 yards, and what a strike on the opening drive. 3rd and 5, you are still looking to respond. Got to find a way to even the score up at 7, or else they're going to have to kick a field goal. Looking to throw over the middle, touchdown. That is to Isaiah Bond. What a season he's had for the Longhorns. And, you know, it's been his go-to connection this season. And as he does so here in the first quarter, tie the ball game up at 7. 4th and inches. Last time Will Howard found Jeremiah Smith for a touchdown. It was 4th and 2. That's how they got to 7 points. This time they're going for it over the middle. First down to the tight end. Will Howard been dicing so far. 163 and 1 on the day. Let's see if he can keep this hot streak alive to give Ohio State a bigger lead. Now, after that 4th down conversion, Will Howard looking to drop back to 30. Finds Jeremiah Smith over the middle. The cornerback was definitely far behind him on man coverage, and he's going to bring him all the way down to the 9-yard line. And the pistol said it does look like they might give an opportunity on the ground with Quinshawn Judkins. Howard looking to throw, though. Dropping back in the pocket even further. On the run, back shoulder. My gosh, finds his tight end. That was a risky throw. You never want to throw it across your body, especially running away from the pressure. but he finds a way to get it done, and Ohio State has a 7-point lead. Gotta think, 2 yards to go, you gotta ground and pound. Doesn't matter if they're coming out in the goal line set. You trust your offensive line, and you trust your elite running back just like that, untouched until the pylon, and he runs a man over. Travion Henderson giving Ohio State a 2-possession lead. Oh man, Ohio State scored yet again. How do they score so fast? A 57-yard bomb for Will Howard to Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, he is cooking right now. Goodness gracious, how many yards does he have? 60-yard rush by Travion Henderson. It's just every time they get a touchdown is a giant chunk play. And that is all she wrote. Ohio State comes in, absolutely clobbers Texas in the Cotton Bowl, and they're going to face another Big Ten opponent with Penn State in the national championship. You could say Big Ten has been the best conference all year, with Ohio State, Penn State, and Oregon making it to the finals, and Ohio State running through 2 teams to make it there. 2 top teams. They beat Oregon, they beat Tennessee, they beat Texas, 2 SEC teams, and now they have a chance to beat another Big Ten team in the final game. Again, national championship slate has been set. Ohio State, Penn State, Big Ten matchup here. Big Ten fans, you could be happy that both your teams have made it so far. But who's going to be the better one? Both teams haven't won a national championship in a long time. Ohio State since the BCS era. Penn State, I couldn't even tell you when the last time they've won a national championship. Both teams look to end their drought in this matchup. Big Ten play coming here at hand. Both teams have already seen each other once this season. Let's see who's going to take home the big trophy. Will Howard has been on a hot streak lately, but facing 3rd down against his talented Penn State defense. He had a 300-yard passing game against Texas. They're going to hand off to Quinshawn Judkins to the outside. Can't stiff arm that man down, but he will put him in a goal-to-go situation. Here we go. 1st and goal from the 7. Empty backfield for Will Howard. He does have a one-on-one with Emeka Egbuka. He's going to find a man. Jeremiah Smith dives over a defender for the touchdown, and that connection has been electric so far. The H-back in the backfield, that's going to be their tight end. Judkins to the left, and it is a handoff, untouched, end zone touchdown. Penn State's defense has been picked apart to the tune of a 14-0 lead. This one just might be getting ugly here. They ran the same formation, the same play they scored last time. Back to Judkins, same result, untouched touchdown. That was a rinse and repeat of how they got up 14-0, and now they're up 21-0. This is an absolute blowout. It could be worse than the Georgia TCU game a couple years back. Let's see if Penn State can even respond, show some fight at least. Penn State did not respond. Ohio State already in the red zone. 40 seconds to go, 1st and 10 from the 13, trying to make this 28-0. Facing a blitz, Will Howard throwing over the middle. What a play. That would have been a touchdown to Judkins. That would have been number 3 on the day too. 3rd and inches, again with the same formation. H-back tight end, gonna make a handoff up the gut. They haven't stopped it so far until this play right here. Finally, Penn State at least stands up tall somewhere. Gonna force Ohio State to kick a field goal. This will put up Ohio State 24-0. That is kind of insane in a national championship. It is up, it is good, and the score will be indeed 24-0. Penn State finally showing some fight. Nick Singleton 13 yards out. They still have a hole to climb out of though. It's going to be 27-7, down by 20 with 1 quarter left. Now empty set for Will Howard. 3rd and goal from the 8. Gonna drop back to pass. Who's he gonna try to find? Has a man open. That's Jeremiah Smith, and that's another touchdown, making this 34-7. The Oprah lady can start singing because this one is over. And there you have it. Ohio State has won the national championship here in college football 25. We pit the 12 teams through the simulator, watch them play, and college football 25 thinks Ohio State will come out on top. Drop a comment down below if your team made it, if you predicted Ohio State. If you watched this far, drop a like in the video, subscribe if you're new. Let me know what other ideas you want to see next. But until then, I'm out. Peace.